a Bagel Plays Productions. This is Hedron Ecologies, Episode 2.
Welcome back. This is Archivist Bagel with Episode 2 of Hedron Ecologies. This episode, and don't turn off that orb, we will be covering thorn bats, an omnivorous species that serves as one of the main predators of the rolling bleeders, otherwise known as the prickle globes, covered in the previous episode. Ha! We'll be in this episode covering the biology of the thorn bat as well as some of their behavioral activities. Here we have an anatomical diagram of the thorn bat, where we will be jumping between the layers of the creature as needed for our explanation. We will be starting with the exterior. Thorn bats' exterior, as their name denotes, are covered in large, keratinous/bony thorns. These help to avoid predation, as unlike other species of bats, they live on the ground. Next, we will be covering the skeletal layer, as unlike other flying species, they have particularly dense bones. This is to withstand extremely powerful muscular structures, which, as you can see, their muscular structure is kind of insane. It's dense and they're ripped as hell. But that makes sense given they are so massive and fly considerably well given their size. They're no dragons, but honestly, we'll get to that. You see, thorn bats are essentially living forges. As you can see here in the innards layer, they have an auxiliary stomach. This is exclusively for inorganic materials. Their magical biology allows them to consume sand or other foreign non-biological materials. Non-biological, inorganic. I am a scientist. Well, I'm an archivist, but you get my point. And regurgitate it as molten glass. You see, thorn bats are actually surprisingly intelligent creatures. They have learned to use this molten glass to build large structures as well as create rudimentary tools on their talons. These tools normally take the form of blades, but as they get older, they have been seen utilizing more diverse implements. Through experimentation, they can also throw up a large mass of molten materials in self-defense. It is actually their forge-like auxiliary stomach that allows them to process prickle globes into edible substance, after which they store this in their large structures known as the glass hives or the glass nests and orbs. And that's actually how you get prickle honey, as stated in the previous episode. One thing else to note about thorn bats is that they never truly stop growing. And as they age, though rare, it has been documented that they can change in morphological structure. We have denoted these into casts. It's not the perfect word, but it's the one we've been using. You can thank Bartholomew Gatz for that. Ugh. He's a hack. Regardless of that hack's improper labeling system, we still need to use it because it is what is currently defined for it. The casts of thorn bat in the older ages that we have established, or at least documented so far, are mainly 3, or 2, honestly. There's hive guards and elders. Elders are exactly as they sound. They're wicked old thorn bats. They're massive, they're scary, they're slow, and they have an insane capacity for glass and manipulation. It's terrifying. I have heard of a tale of one vomiting up a wave of glass, like a tidal wave, like a goddamn wizard. And the hive guards are kind of exactly what they sound like. They are more specialized specialized forms of the thorn bats that can appear in their greater ages, and they generally form into 2 main types of hive guards, brutes and skulkers, which are exactly as they sound. One is massive and, brutish, and the other is skulkery,
Sneaky, stabby, stab. Well, not stabby, but slashy. Good.
Finally, the last thing we'll be covering for this episode is that the thorn bats follow the migratory patterns of the prickle paths that the prickle globes follow with the seasons, as they have their young in the summers, and then, go with their young in the winter to help, secure more food to bring back for the new spawnings in the next summer. But, as I said, unfortunately, that is all this humble archivist Bagel. Get the shirts! We have shirts, right? Yes! Yes, but this has been Hedron Ecologies Episode 2. We will see you next time where we will be covering the Mizzards. Thank you. This is Bagel signing off. Great archivist, great times. Goodbye.
This has been Hedron Ecologies, Episode 2. Thank you for watching.
Ha